Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look. Edgeworth, what a surprise. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the public prosecutor's office yesterday. He told me whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What, does White have the judge in his pocket too? Oh man, I wonder how many people White can fit in his pocket. So you're saying I'm going to be guilty, end of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who was guilty and who was innocent. All that I can hope to do is to get every defendant declared guilty. Well, Edgeworth, that is a very narrow-minded opinion you have there. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, how did you become so grimdark? You've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Of course I do. Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix. Oh yeah, it's okay, I'm the main character. I can't be harmed. Well, court will be opening for session soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. He's not... I'll be defending myself, because I'm just that good. What? Okay, let's do this. Slap my face a couple of times, get myself prepped and ready. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. And the defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. So I'm just that confident. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright did the killing. Today we will hear the testimony of another witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? Well, that's because the judge is in his pocket. It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Well, of course I will. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fay? I'm smug. I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Bling bling, motherfucker. Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Yes, they do. They do me anyway. I'm supposed to be reading this. Name. These two are great together. Like Simon and Garfunkel. Romeo and Juliet, My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I'm the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That'd be negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why, tell you what I already know. what you already know. Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing? You've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. I already made a deal with the devil. Let him have it, Phoenix. Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, or that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Filthy commoners. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away. But you gave chase. Or did I? Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. I mean, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Redwine, my cross-examination is, you did it, didn't you? You did it, you smug, smiley little man. Blanco Nino. She didn't run. That directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. Aw. Darn it! Alright, so that's what happens when you fail. I'm dumb. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course. Comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. Well, that's what I wanted to present on. I got a little antsy. That is what. Wait right there. Or hold it, as some would say. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? I am no filthy grave digger. I'm a grave robber. You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. That's how she ended up, isn't it, Mr. Red White? Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix. Look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Of course he did. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Well, yes I can, Your Honor. Udgy poo. They're both right. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? I'm flabbergasted by this. Look at my eyes. Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Wright Co, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Well, that's quite easy. He was standing where Kay is. This is where he was. Look! When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. It is where the killer was standing. Well, that's the point there, Edgeworth. You're a little slow today. I think you forgot your morning coffee. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. I'll go into Donnybrook with you. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Say that 5 times fast. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Oh ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? How dare he? This isn't some anime. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Yes, sir, Your Honor. Might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well. Let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. You know, Judge, I don't think you should allow him to do that. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. But, Mr. Red White, that is not what Miss May saw. That's not what you saw. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Judge, come on now. Did you forget the evidence already? Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Show some respect, Phoenix. Jesus. The autopsy report says you're wrong. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. Yeah, make that face all you want. It's gonna stick that way. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break, just to save face. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. The only break that I want to see is his mental breakdown. Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony. The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. I have fans. You love me. You all love me. Mr. White, Oh, okay. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Whap. Oh, now you just sound like a cornered child who just stole candy. Slap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Well, see, I looked at the other window, then I heard the thing fall. What thing did you hear fall? You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? That? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, does something about that strike you as odd? Yes. Yes, Maya, it does. Stop hand-holding. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. Let's check out the floor plans. Objection! Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the glass light stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder. Yes. Correct, Your Honor. Very good, you earn a cookie. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime and the murder took place. Well, that wasn't much of a mental breakdown. He just turned into a ghoul. Next line is going to be, "Hey, smooth skin." Mr. White. Mr. White? You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor. Smooth skin. I miss Mia. Yeah, looks like we're about to get our verdict. Shut up, Edgeworth, we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. Remember, I'm here, I'm part of this game too. I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap. Order. Order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, little Sally from down the road. Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices in Miss Bay. What does that have to do? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Bay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. That Kit Kat bar, yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Wright Co law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, and that at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. See, now we're getting to the point of the case where we're gonna go Mr. Wright, Mr. White. It's not healthy. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to the office well before the murder took place. He went to the place with the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. But Edgeworth, why you gotta be such a jerk? Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretap. Leave it to me. I'm a good storyteller. I feel faint. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Wright Co law offices. Of course, I had done so to replace the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. Impossible, because Phoenix lives at Wright Co offices. So you saw the stand for the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound? Correct. That is right. I'm constantly around breaking glass. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. Yeah, what am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Oh, thanks, Maya. You're a real help. It was the beginning of September, a week before the murder. I don't... I highly doubt that. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it. There's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough and I can bluff something out of him. Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Bay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Ah, right. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Wright Co law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Wright Co law offices. Well, when all else fails, press to win. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Disc. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. Like a steel samurai. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Mysterious question marks. Who could this be? I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Never surrender. Mia. Oh, Phoenix? Well, case closed. Get some smelling salts. Where am I? The waiting lobby. What happened? No, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. I'm not hallucinating anymore. I don't like this dream. Ah, you're finally awake. Hey, Phoenix. Gak, it's no way to greet an old friend. All you gotta do is give him a Phoenix down. Phoenix, I want you to come look. I want you to look at me. You're Maya. Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya is channeling you, Mia. That's right. I am Maya, but I am also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah. The one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix. White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. Front? I never thought it'd have a front. It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. The court will not reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant rather... Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Thought I saw a ghost. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there's nothing to go back to. Cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But, as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination again. It's time for a turnabout. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? Waha! You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? No one thinks about the other side. Your Honor, could you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, like the last nightstand, and the date of purchase. Why, that's the day before the murder. See, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of...
Objection!
Edgeworth, come on now. Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Hey! What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry. This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. I wonder what will happen if I wait and see what happens. Probably my failure. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it will be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether your claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia. Phoenix. Read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. I like that. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop. Desist. Halt. Please, stop. Make him stop. How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt, right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Yippee-ki-yay. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've done it again. It was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew. knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds a defense. Rather, defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That is all. The court is adjourned. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But, congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. Mia, you're dead. As long as you live. My time here's running out. Yeah, Maya's powers are still weak. Can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. We never had that drink. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief. I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9. The office. I didn't like that show. Mia, you knew that. I'll see you later. Chief. Mia. Tetsuo. Kaneda. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Mia. I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. Pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? Wahaha. You should see your face. Mia. What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya. I'm just going to repeat your names over and over again. What? Did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of? Ah. She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright Co law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Faye reporting for duty. Wait, no. On second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick. Maya here. Ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. You said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means. We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright Co law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. I'm going to be a creeper. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. Okay, wait up.